Dave, looks like another pretty quality start by Nick, and kind of gave you a chance to win there. That's what you need from him.
Nick did give us a chance to win today. He battled through 8 1/3 and threw 127 pitches, which is higher than I like to have him go, but he battled for us. I could tell he was fatiguing a little bit in the ninth. Maybe should have got him out sooner. But right now, my confidence level isn't real strong with who we're bringing out of the bullpen, and that's just the truth of it. And Williams and Godley, they know that they're expected and need to go deep into games, and hopefully have a good enough lead that we can hand it off to somebody.
They put the 2 runs on you in the ninth, and that puts a whole new complexion on the game.
Yeah, it does. It does. And you know, I preach so much to the bullpen guys. You got to come out of the bullpen and throw strikes. I mean, that's the key. Good bullpen guys come out and throw strikes. And Trevor had good stuff, but he was 4 out of 13 for strikes, and that's not good enough because they're an aggressive. They swing the bat aggressively, Ole Miss, and they're going to make you pay when you're behind the count. And they sure enough they did.
You had a couple of base runners thrown out late in the game. I mean, that's got to hurt too a little bit.
Well, it's being aggressive. We would preach, intelligence, but aggressiveness. And AJ's trying to take that extra base and in a one-run game and gets thrown out. But we'd much rather have that. We would preach more from a defensive standpoint and offensive standpoint to be aggressive, and that's what we're not getting enough of. We're seeing too much. We're still seeing too much passiveness, and I think that's what's happening. I think the difference in the game today was the fact that they took advantage when they were on offense, when they had runners in scoring position they can execute, and we didn't. And in the end, it leads to a 6-4 loss.
So, Coach, I know after last night's game, you were saying you felt like the guys didn't have as much enthusiasm going out there. Do you feel like that was different?
Yeah, it was a different atmosphere tonight. Today, it was they had the will to want to win. They just didn't have the results to win. And I don't know. I scratched my head still about last night. It was a different atmosphere than we've seen over the last 5 games. And like I said to him out there, you look across the field, and it's hard for me to say this, but you see a team in Ole Miss that is expecting to win, and you're still seeing a team in our dugout that's hoping to win. And that's a big difference right there when you have that going. And this game's all about confidence, and I'm sure we're not there yet. We've been beaten down a little bit, but we've got to find that it factor as a team, and we won't continue to be as frustrated as we have been.
So going forward to Sunday, I mean, you think they'll go to bed tonight expecting to win tomorrow, knowing Zach's on there?
Oh, I hope so. I will. This is the first weekend out of the 3 that we've done this experiment that Zach isn't going against the other team's so-called number 1, tomorrow's a big game for us, and I'll go on record saying that tomorrow is a big game for this team and this program. We cannot afford to get swept. We've got to salvage a victory out of this because in the end, it'll pay big dividends for us in my mind.
At this point in the season, you're kind of starting to think a little bit about Hoover, and he's doing a little bit of math maybe in your head at all about any of that kind of stuff.
I started thinking about Hoover on August 20, in the middle of the 20s in August when we started school. It doesn't change now. I mean, every game is important. Every game, we set out to win, and that's our first step in our goals that we hopefully set out as a team.